Look, the biggest podcast where you can learn them lessons. Line for line where you can learn from different sections. Made it out the mud, come tell your story, blessings. Never know who listening, never know who stressing. Devon gave you a voice, come speak your honest truth. Line for line, go bar for bar, it's up to you. Wanna talk sports, gov, and politics? Wanna talk about where you from and your accomplishments? Then Line for Line is really where you need to be. A platform that's really made for folks like you and me. You can find it all no matter what you seek. Whether you calling or you listening, tune in every week.
All right, just like that, we're back in another episode of Line for Line podcast. We have the Christian Life graduate in the building. Yes. We have Jack Helzer. Jack.
It's weird to say.
Yeah, right?
It's weird to think of.
I was thinking on the way here, I was like, this guy is really a legend, because we just seen the post where it was 1 year ago, this exact date, that we first met. Well, no, that wasn't our first time meeting, but that was our first time making content. Yeah, that was our first time making content. And it was a year, and I was like, this kid has just grew up overnight. How does it feel, Jack? Just tell us a little bit about you, sir.
Man, this last year is just went like an absolute blur. Like, I was so excited to finally be a senior, to play my senior year of football, and just now it's just crazy to think of, like, man, I'm gonna go play college football. I'm in college now. I have my schedule. I have my room. I don't have a roommate, but like I still have my room. So it's just crazy to think of, like, I'm grown up. I'm going to be on my own. August 8th is when I move out, 5 days after my birthday. So
wow, 19th birthday?
Yeah, I turned 19.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we'll take it back a little step. Just tell us what it was like for your senior year here at Christian Life.
It was definitely the best year that I could have ever asked for. It was so much fun. I had such a good experience with every single teacher. I had a great experience with every single person. There's nothing I could have asked for to be better. It was fun. I learned so much about everyone else, about myself, about God, and just my faith. And it was just a lot of fun. I couldn't have asked for anything better. Of course.
Can you just speak on how emotional that had to be, playing two sports, basketball and football, your senior year, knowing it's your last ride with the guys, the coach, the atmosphere?
It was the last game. We're up in Cambria, Wisconsin, which is like 2 hours north, and it's the last drive. I'm going out in defense. I'm just looking around. I look at the other team, and I'm like, it's been a good run. It's been that one good run, and I started shedding a tear. But then, right at the end, I hug all the seniors after the game's over. I'm like, man, it's really done. But it's after a little bit, I started like laughing again. I'm like, wow, it's like we're actually moving on now. Like, it's kind of crazy just how I went from super sad to super like excited for the future in like 20 minutes. Like it was kind of crazy. And then basketball, I think I was closer with the basketball team than this year's basketball team specifically, than any other team I've ever been a part of. Just Sam Jennings, the seniors, Cam, Micah, Vaughn, Alex Nephew, like those a group of seniors I grew really close with. And then this team overall, from where we were sophomore year when we lost 16 consecutive games, we lost every single game that year by like 30 points. We were really bad. To then like making it to the second round of the playoffs, and just showing that Christian Life can actually be a force in basketball. But everything comes to an end.
Basketball was pretty well too, because that's when you were given the moniker Big Country as well too. Landing yourself all over ESPN, getting all of this spotlight. Just to speak on that, because that had to feel good.
That was crazy, because I said it in our Holy Rosary interview, but that was like almost made as like a joke. Like, it's for my mom, and she just wanted something to like remember basketball by. And Andrew Meyer posted it on TikTok, and that just took off. 2 days later, I'm getting screenshots of him getting DM'd by SportsCenter, getting DM'd by Barstool, getting DM'd by Overtime, and just it was just crazy. It was just an outer body experience of like, wow, this is what it feels like. And it's weird, even though it's been a little bit, I still get the occasional like, hey, weren't you that guy from TikTok with the mullet? And I was like, yeah, I was. And like, it makes me feel like kind of cool, but at the same time, like, I'm not anybody. I'm not like a big shot or anything like that with millions of followers. I had my 15 minutes of fame, and I'm chilling with
still
that.
Humble and still down to earth. Because that's what separates a lot of people. You know, like a lot of people will get notoriety or whatever the case may be, and then it just shoots them up there. You know, and they're not down to earth anymore. You know, I like seeing the kid still walking around smiling, still going to the gym, just still showing love to everyone, and not thinking there's something special because they were happen to be posted. On the other side of that, how is it that you turn that notoriety into motivation as you get ready to keep going forward as a college athlete as opposed to a high school athlete now? Yeah, so on my new football team, I'm known as like that guy that has a basketball next to him. I'm known as like big country, and like it's like it's funny in that way because that's like my in with like the seniors and like the fifth years and all that cool stuff, and then but it's also like I still gotta work my way up and like be a football player. I can't just be some dude that had a cool video on the internet. So, but I've been going down there twice a week to be around those guys, to work with them, and yeah, it's been super fun, and I'm so excited to get ready to work with those guys. What does it feel like being up there, knowing that you're getting ready to suit up coming this summer? It's nerve-wracking, to be honest, because like this has always been a dream of mine, because it's play college football. Yes, sir. And like I don't know, it's definitely something I'm excited for, and something I've been working for my entire life, and my work ethic hasn't stopped. I'm in the gym 4 to 5 times a week. You know, like I take my rest days, and you know, I'm working conditioning, all that stuff. I'm going through the work program, and you know, it's just it's a hard work, dedication. Even though you got your offer, you're on the team, but you still got to keep working to make sure you actually like go get playing time, because then it's just all for waste. So yeah, I'm so excited. What's been some of the, sorry to cut you off, what's been some of the pieces of motivation and just tips, pointers that you've been giving as you get ready to embark on this new journey? Well, mainly from my dad, it's just like, you're gonna be on your own now. Like, I'm not gonna be here to like help you financially. That's the rude awakening right there. Yes, for all like people get ready for college. Yeah, and it's like you gotta be like a man now. Yeah, that's good advice. And I'm like, dang, I can't go ask dad like, hey, can I get like $20 for gas? Like, no, I gotta be like, I gotta go get my own gas. Yeah, and yeah, that's crazy. But that would have to be the biggest thing, is like the culture shock of like, I'm like gonna be on my own. Like I'm only an hour away, but like an hour is still a really far away. Especially when you have school, you have workouts, you have practice and all that. That hour looks more like a little bit, a 2-hour-ish drive when you have all that stuff to do, especially in winter. Oh, winter is not gonna be yeah, but you know, I'm gonna still try to, obviously I love my family, and I'm going to still try to see them as much as possible, but you know, I've also come to the realization that it's like I got to give up that for a period of time to be able to accomplish what I want, to be able to play at the highest level that I can with this team. And just, you know, my goal is to be able to dress for varsity, but I can't get that goal without working and sacrificing. Like, I'm sacrificing time with friends, with family, going to the gym, going down to North Central 2 times a week to be able to practice with these guys. Like, it really is a sacrifice of time, effort, and motivation. You got to get that work. Yeah, people are working 24/7, nonstop. You know, you got to get 1% better every day. My dad always tells me. While we're at home sleeping, there's someone that's ready for it right then and there while we're sleeping. You know, we're taking that break, and they're ready to get after it. Yeah, it's yeah. Exactly. What's that piece of advice you would like to leave behind with your brothers over at CLS to keep them motivated and to keep them being the dogs that they are? The biggest thing is, even though you go to a school that isn't the biggest or isn't the best at sports, you are still able to go to the next level if you perform well enough. Like, the coaches don't look at the record of your team per se as much. They look at your film. They look at what you're posting on Twitter. For a football player specifically, is the only reason why I'm be able to go play the next level. You got to get your film out there, because they're not going to come looking for you. You got to go out to them. So that's definitely the biggest thing, is that you got to actually put in the effort, not only in the weight room, but in the books, and like be able to get your name out in front of coaches. So that's like a really big thing that I would say to everyone, not just here in CLS, but like everybody that goes to a small school.
specifically, because they're like, oh, go to small school, I want to transfer out because I got bigger school means I get more looks.
Yeah,
that's not necessarily true at all.
That hard work was going to get
work.
Seriously.
Yes,
as we get ready to close out this phenomenal episode of Line for Line, can you just tell the kids, like the athletes and the people watching, what's something special that you've been able to experience with Line for Line and just the media in Kenosha as a Kenosha athlete?
Well, obviously, Line for Line has been a major blessing for me. From the first time we worked together with that interview, I was like, oh my gosh, someone actually wants to talk to me. That's kind of cool. To then that video we made 1 year ago today, and that's just a crazy thing because this is our third time trying to get it done. So in my eyes, like this is like a God thing that like
yes, sir.
We got it done in 1 year. So, but. Yeah, I mean, Line for Line is great, and I have nothing bad to say about Line for Line. I have nothing bad to say about really any media in Kenosha because with such a small community per se, compared to like other cities, we're small, we're tight. We really came together in 2020 with all those
COVID, everything
like that. So we really came together, and it's really just a city of happiness, and everyone here is great. Line for Line is great. The media is great, and just. Yeah, you gotta be able to speak publicly to be able to be cool in public. And it really, you gotta be able to have fun. You gotta be yourself when you're trying to be in front of a camera. So I don't try to hide anything. I don't try to throw a smoke screen per se. I'm my own self.
Yes, sir.
And I feel like that's why I get a third shot, third interview with Mr. Devon over here.
Let's go.
And it's a lot of fun. Yes, and I appreciate you, sir, for everything you've done for me.
Always, brother, always. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Jack Helzer. I've been your host with the most, Devon Booker. That was another episode of Line for Line Podcast.
Yes, sir.
You calling or you listening, tune in every week. Line for Line. Oh yeah, I'm going Line for Line.